So the purpose of this video is to show you a milestone that we've reached with the creation of the Auditchain Suite Luca application for creating reports. So this is the end result. I'm going to work backwards here. So I'm going to delete this report. So I'm going to create a new report with the same name. I'm going to do something that no one else can do yet because it's just not released functionality. It's I can use it, but others can't yet. So I selected this taxonomy. This is what's new. So here I have terms that I can import for this report. So I'm going to just import all of them. So now they're successfully loaded, and there are my terms. So I'm now going to build a structure. It's called a balance sheet. And I'm going to add some associations. So I'm going to do this in a net assets form. So I want to use net assets roll up. Parent child, this is presentation. I'm going to grab the concept assets. I'm going to grab the concept liabilities. There's that. And I'm going to grab the final concept, net assets. I don't know what order those are in. And I have the presentation relations for that small little structure. So you can't see this because there's no interface on it yet. But this will be basically like a tree view control or something that you can use to add concepts to a structure. So I'm going to add calculation relations. So calculation, balance sheet structure from the concept, net assets, total, assets. You add assets to get net assets. And then I'm going to add another relation, calculation relation, to add liabilities. And that goes, wait, so that's liabilities. This is net assets. You subtract that. So I have my structure, my associations. So now I'm going to add a rule, consistency rule. So I'm going to start here. I'm intentionally going to make a mistake. So I'm going to call this net assets equals assets plus liabilities. So this is actually wrong. It should be assets minus liabilities. I'll show you the results of that. And so now I'm going to add some facts. So I'm going to add, I'm just going to make up a entity name. You can put in pretty much anything you want. It just has to be the right format. So the period. I'm going to add the concept assets, the value of 2,000 units, US dollars, rounding, infinite. Don't need a fact ID. So there's that. I'm going to use that same entity ID. The concept liabilities. So I'm going to make that 500 US dollars, infinite. Don't need anything else. So we have assets of 2,000, liabilities of 500. So that means that the final concept, which is net assets, is going to be 1,500. Okay. So now, I believe I've got everything, and I can validate this, and the validation should give me an error. And it does. So I go look at this information. It shows me this rule, which is incorrect. So net assets is not assets plus liabilities, it's assets minus liabilities. And the fact that I made a mistake is pointed out. So I go back to the report. I go to that rule. I edit the rule. Make it correct. Save the changes. Rerun the validation. And everything should be fine. And it is. So this may not make sense to you, but it is just another step toward getting a proper expert system for creating financial reports. So you don't see the nice tree view control or whatever that will be the first interface for creating the report model, or the second interface, which will actually be more like the actual report itself. So the interface, what if you could edit a report by editing this? Okay, that's what's going to happen. And you create a model structure by editing this. The first iteration of this is going to be editing the fact table. Anyway, I'm going to call that good for now.